Well, did Super Mario Brothers strike gold? I've finally seen the movie, and I can see what all the hype is about.
Love really makes a guy come out of his shell.
Yes, I finally watched the Mario movie, and you know what? There was a lot in the movie that was very positive of the movie, and the movie is trending over $500 million at this point, and could be one of the first video game adaptations that is closing in that may even come out at the $1 billion mark in the long run. That's kind of strange, considering that this movie has had some very horrible renditions of the movie. Even though they were entertaining, they were just not the video game movie adaptations that people liked or enjoyed. But like the Sonic movie, where they came out with the bad Sonic version of it and the audience told them what was completely wrong with it, Super Mario Brothers has hit the nail into the final coffin against Disney and other underperforming Marvel flicks, and other movies like Ant-Man and the Wasp getting completely demolished by this movie. They have the magic. The magic is the torch of the magic of Disney is being passed over to the video game world. This is where we're at now. Video games are going to be the next big deal for movies. First it was Marvel, and now it's into video games, and this just seems to be the trend that will continue. This one coming from Variety: Super Mario Brothers passes 500 million globally, becomes biggest video game adaptation ever. It continues to succeed as a high scorer at the box office. The video game adaptation crossed the 500 million mark at the global box office, shattering records with the gusto its title character usually amasses via power-ups. To date, the animated adventure has earned 260 million domestically and 248 million internationally. That fits the worldwide haul of 508 million. It's now the highest grossing film of 2023, both surpassing Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium, which is absolutely amazing. And it's also toppling Warcraft and Pokemon Detective Pikachu. These are some pretty big movies that they've gone up against. Was produced by Universal Illumination, and Nintendo has been in the works for decades. Part of the delay was Nintendo's hesitancy to return to the Mushroom Kingdom on screen after the 1993 adaptation flopped in spectacular fashion. That movie flopped so hard, you have the voice of Luigi, or the actor for Luigi, actually coming out against this movie, boycotting it straight up out of the gate, saying, I'm not watching that movie because they didn't cast me for it. Aaron Hornvath and Michael Jenerick directed the Mario movie, which features the voices of Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Anna Taylor-Joy, and Jack Black. Carries a production budget of $100 million, which is economical for an animated film. Pixar and Disney animated movies, for instance, often cost twice that figure. And hey, we just recently had the D&D Honor of Thieves movie come out like 2 weeks ago. They had a budget of 150 million, and they still haven't reached that. I just checked. They were at 130 million when I checked. That movie is considered at this point a failure. And another article I came across, this is from AV Club. I had a good laugh reading this one because it to me feels like a meltdown on a movie being successful. This doesn't mean that this is going to happen, but I found it pretty funny. If the Mario movie makes $1 billion, we might really be screwed. Do you have any idea how terrible video game movies are going to happen if Mario Unexpectedly blockbuster run continues? Have you seen some of the video game movies we've had out there? A lot of them have been bad. So this has already been happening. They finally get a movie that actually placates to the audience, that actually showcases what the video game was and actually captures the spirit of Super Mario into the game. They actually made it Super Mario, the movie. It really does feel like it's Super Mario. We're only like hours into the weekend at this point, but I'm already becoming clear that we might have a problem on our hands with this Mario guy. See, the Super Mario movie isn't just doing well in its second week box office, it's doing improbably, unexpectedly super well. It's like they have a Starman and they can't stop making money. With a projected drop of just 45% in domestic returns from last weekend, by comparison, Avengers Endgame had a 58.7% drop from its first weekend to its second. These are very good retention numbers, is the point. That includes the continued domination of the international box office. All told, means that Mario movie is expected to make something like $659 million planet-wide by the time Monday rolls around. Which means we may be in horrible, terrifying reach of the world in which the Super Mario's movie makes more than $1 billion and thus ushers in cinematic hell on the earths of likes of which humanity have only rarely had to contemplate. I'm sorry. This is absolutely hilarious, the way this was written. Props to you, dude. I gotta say, this is an absolute hilarious article, just because they're fear-mongering it all. They are so scared of the Super Mario movie and what it represents at this point, that it shows that the Hollywood best aren't doing well. The Mario movie only had $100 million budget, and they've made over $500 million already. And now they're scared it's going to make 10 times the budget with so little. This is the thing of today. We've seen so many movies that explode their budget and they cannot make the finish line. And that is what's going on here nowadays. It's absolutely ridiculous that we end up talking about these types of things. Now, as it comes to the Mario movie, after watching it, I came to the realization that Bowser lost his girl, and Bowser's was nothing but a simp for Princess Peach. Mario took Princess Peach away from Bowser in comical fashion, because that's what he does, because your princess is not in this castle, Bowser. Jack Black playing as Bowser, he did an okay job. I found it very strange, the musical numbers that were in there. I found it was a very unique way of showing Jack Black's version of Bowser and not a Nintendo imagined version of Bowser. I don't think I will ever not look at Bowser again in another Super Mario video game, knowing he sung Peaches, Peaches, Peaches.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
Hope you guys like this one, because I gotta tell you, Super Mario Brothers, it's a decent movie. It's fun, it's exciting. The Mario Kart track down Rainbow Road, all of it was entertaining. And on top of that, Mario gets into a cute cat costume. He's uniting the furries for Mario kind against Donkey Kong. Hope you guys like this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you all again very soon. I've been your proud Canadian Phoenix, Cinder Shadow.